Take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up the feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time.
Up a coffee and start your space heater. Put on some warm socks for another fine episode of Fine by Me.
Y'all like
What's
my
up?
art behind me?
I do.
That's beautiful. What do you got there? What's going
That's
on?
Kenny
Kenny
Powers.
Powers on his jet ski in a
Oh, okay.
looks like a marsh or a swamp area.
Looks like he was thrown straight into a Bob Ross painting.
We got us a crane back there behind him,
Oh, majestic.
chilling. How's everybody doing?
Our last hike was called the Blue Heron Loop Trail.
Was that the last weekend?
Yeah. I'm going on another one this weekend, going close to Chattanooga.
Chattanooga's beautiful for stuff like that, man. Like even getting into Chattanooga proper, it's like there's a big hiking community down there. I had a
Yeah.
That's where
guy
my
I
cousin
work with,
lives.
his name was Nate. He moved to Chattanooga just for all of the hiking.
Yeah, I mean, if we get, especially when Tucker and Melody graduate, if we get to where we don't have to be here anymore, we're moving somewhere mountainous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to move out to the desert,
To the desert.
like
It helps your
Arizona.
breathing.
Yeah, like Arizona and stuff. And a lot of people really don't like it out there, so you could probably just chill.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't like it for good reason. I
I
want to be
I
out
mean,
there.
Josh, you're gonna be miserable. Might as well be miserable and not humid.
Might as well not be around other people, making them
Yeah.
miserable too.
Yeah, maybe other miserable people will make you
Be
change.
down there with all the muchachos.
Yeah,
Go live in Snowflake, Arizona. It's aptly named. It absolutely snows there a great deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I thought they were saying there's a bunch of whites there.
Christy wants to move to Tucson when the kids get older. She likes it out there. She works out there quite a bit. So that's
Oh
why I
yeah.
said the desert.
Tucson, Arizona. Tempe.
I've been
I would find it'd be hard to live anywhere that wasn't green and had trees and rain, you know?
I like the green.
Yeah. I like rain. It would suck to like
Yeah.
only have like 1 month a year that's like a monsoon season and floods everything. And then the rest of the year is just dry.
You're closer to a consistent peyote resource, though. You could start.
That's
digging
pretty
into
tight.
peyote. Yeah. So there's
That's
a
pretty tight.
pro. There's a pro.
I could trade out trees for cactuses.
Yep.
yeah, I mean I spent 2 weeks over in just outside of Phoenix. I can't remember what that suburb of it or whatever it's called, but man, it was in July. I mean, it was hot, but it wasn't humid at all. So it really
Mhm.
wasn't bad. Like
It's
it,
dry.
yeah, I never noticed being like super hot or anything. There's a bunch of pictures of me and I'm wearing pants and a button up and everything else, and there wasn't any time that I felt uncomfortable out there. But whenever I came back and I touched down in Nashville and it was 98 degrees with like 80% humidity, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Like it was such a drastic change.
Yeah, man. It's
You go to the
totally different.
you go to the beach in the fall and it's like 60 degrees. And you're like, man, this is cold. And then you drive back and it's 34. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so much worse.
This is kind of on topic. There's a new documentary on Netflix just come out about the tornado that hit Joplin, Missouri, like, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago or a little more. And it's like a crazy, scary tornado. Well, apparently, whenever the tornado went through like the Ozarks and stuff,
Mhm.
like I guess like going to Joplin, it like stirred up all this like old like water and fungus and bacteria and stuff. And people that survived the tornado, like 4 or 5 days after, there was an outbreak of this flesh-eating bacteria that
Good grief.
it threw around in the air and was
Dang.
just like killing people. And they
Huh.
said that stuff had probably, it was just like living in all those swamps and stuff in the Ozarks. And that tornado was so big that it pulled all that shit up and threw it around in the air and got everybody sick. It's
Did a
insane.
bunch of people die from it, or
161 people died in all. I don't know how many people died from the flesh stuff, but that was like in all the tornado and like aftermath and all that. Pretty
Gotcha.
good documentary. It's just crazy. Like it's like they have like actual footage, like people that like were like in like the eye of the tornadoes. It was like going over 'em.
Boy.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
crazy.
remember? Y'all remember if y'all were inconvenienced at all from that flood in 2010?
Yeah, a little
Big
bit.
flood, the one that like it flooded all of Nashville.
Yeah, I was at Bass Pro that night. We went inside.
Uh-oh.
This is before I shit Bass Pro. This is when I was still allowed to grace the doors of Bass
Yeah,
Pro.
yeah.
This was 5 years previous, the infamous incident. But when we went in there, it was raining, and when we come back, there was already water up on the car, like up on the door, and we got out of there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it didn't inconvenience me at all. I was in college. I probably drank my way through that couple
Yeah.
days or something. Like,
Found a
Where are
I
you
container
going with that?
and
Yeah.
hit the backyard. Oh man, we were at the Memphis Music Festival in May.
Yeah, I
Like,
bet it was. Yeah, that's a lot of water down there.
yeah, we had already watched Snoop Dogg and Kid Rock were on the same stage, like not at the same time, but they were like back to back. And Alice in Chains was supposed to come up. And boy, we heard the sirens, and 200,000 people left that music festival. We ended up getting trapped. We took cover under a bridge, under a walking bridge, with like some Australian peoples and some cops. And
Yeah.
the Australians were just like, asked the cops, like, y'all mind if we light up? And he's like, we don't give a fuck, dude.
It's the end of the world, dude. The world's
Yeah.
ending.
We're just passing a joint like around cops, like, oh, sorry, but here you go.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, cop standing next to her, and you're like, excuse me, I'm gonna grab that real quick.
Dude,
But
they just
it
go
took us
ahead.
3 days to get back.
3 day from Memphis?
Yeah, every time we'd get on the interstate, it would end up flooding. We'd have to turn around, and then of course every back road
Yeah.
we would end up having to turn around.
Huh.
It was
Isn't
good.
it
Like
wild though, like
the
how like those
Beale Street
cops
Music Festival or whatever.
Yeah, the Beale Street Music Festival in May. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it's funny how like during like times of like real uh emergency or something like catastrophic, some real shit going down, how like lax police can get about shit that really don't matter. You know what I mean? Like they're like, this is like the least of our worries right now
Yeah.
is y'all smoking this fucking weed.
I don't care if this guy didn't use his blinker.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they
Yeah.
got bigger shit to worry
Yeah.
about.
Now, back then, not as much now, of course, but if there was some kind of catastrophic event, I was going to find a way to catch a buzz.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still
That's
going to
true.
get mine.
Yeah. I wasn't going to stay sober for it. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no. No, there
Reminds
would
me
be
of
no
Wolf of
way.
Wall Street whenever like they're out in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, it's coming that storm. He's like, "Get my Quaaludes. I will not die sober."
Yeah, that's
Has
right.
him going down like in the all the lower cabins where it's like flooding, trying to get a bag of peels.
Yeah. Where's
Makes
the
his buddy
lubes?
go. He doesn't even go. He just makes his buddy go.
Where's the lubes?
Yeah, those guys like to party.
Yeah.
Y'all can check out a review of that on a Real Fine by Me episode something or another.
I was gonna say we talked about Wolf of Wall Street last week, or it got brought up.
Was it?
Funny enough, I can't remember. It was about something about him bringing back that Aventador, that Lambo or whatever.
Oh, we were talking about about how I guess like the way
Oh,
cars.
your buddy that wrecked his car or whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Y'all
God
wanna
bless him.
y'all wanna know a little factoid that I learned today?
What's that? Let's hear it.
Do you
Throw some
know
knowledge on us.
MGM Studios or whatever? Like at the beginning of the movies, there's a line that yells. All right, first factoid. There's been 7 of them.
7 lines.
Yeah, 7 different ones. The one that's active now has actually been active since like 1957.
Dang, dude,
Like
get
he's
that
still
dude.
kicking. Like he's chilling. His name is Leo the Lion.
That's pretty sick.
And
They filmed him in 1957. They've been using that same one ever since.
yeah,
Dude's older than my dad.
So they had 6 before 1957.
yeah.
We got to see the very same line our parents and grandparents got to see.
Every
They were kids.
movie, they were just like, gotta find another line. Gotta go find every movie.
No, I mean there
Yeah,
was
I know.
the first one was from 24 to 28 was named Slats. And then Jackie. Then they had to have like three different lines whenever color.
That first one he just got off his tour of doing a World War I. He was just happy to find work.
Yeah.
Bill,
Slats.
Kelly,
That's old
Coffee,
slats.
Yeah.
Tanner, George, and then Leo. But the factoid that I learned today that I thought was very interesting, they actually call our current line Lucky Leo the Lion, and the fact I learned was that he was on a plane going back to California from somewhere, and the plane went down and crashed. And it was only like the lion and the pilot. The pilot was fine, like he lived, he ran to get help, and then whenever they got back to the plane, the lion was fine. Like it was just big chilling in its cage. Like
Damn,
it,
Huh.
dude.
so it survived a plane crash.
That's
But
pretty
I
cool.
got so interested in this that I went further. He actually survived two train accidents as well, like a
Hey,
train derailing and an earthquake. I didn't really get to figure out like how he survived this earthquake, like if something actually happened or not, but I'll go ahead and I'll give it to him.
yeah. At a
My little
certain
line's back here getting into every damn thing.
at a certain point, is he the unlucky omen, though? You know?
I mean, he
I could
lived
just
through all of that. He's apparently still alive now. I tried to find his death day, but it just says his residence is at Metro Goldwyn Mayer's or MGM Studios in Beverly Hills.
he's just chilling in the basement. Got a nice little, I guess, sail, more or less.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if it was Paul Harvey or if it was Mike Rowe, but they were telling a story about this cat that survived like a submarine that like got destroyed like at a dock and two battleship
That's
destroyers
pretty sick.
sinking. One of those battleship destroyers, he was the only survivor. And like
Damn.
crews just kept picking this fucking cat up and
Did he
putting him
tell the
on their
tale?
ship. Yeah. Cat
He was
lived
a
like 4
survivor.
years.
I guess you could say cats have 9 lives.
Wow, Josh. Why don't we bring you back every week, buddy?
Man,
Wow. Bum,
And
bum, ba-dum,
I
bum.
also feel like the MGM line, I feel like the roar that we hear, I feel like, no, it's something else. But they use lion. Oh, it was there in the movie Lion King. They actually use tiger roars in the movie Lion King.
hmm.
The MGM line is the actual lion
Yeah,
noise.
that's his. Yeah, that whenever
Yeah,
every time they've replaced them, they've recorded their new roar or whatever.
Kind
Because
of
I
like
think
a
the first
university.
ones that they had, like slats, they do note from 17 to 24, they're just called Goldwyn Picture Lions. So they were just random lines, I guess. Um, so they had, but that was before sound was even in video. So it's
Mm.
just an image of that thing roaring. And then Slats was the same way for a while. And then Jackie, I think, is the first one to audibly roar on screen. And then after
those
him,
people in that movie theater were like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Never heard a lion roar.
Which really back then they used to take like the claws off a lion and take their teeth out, and you could wrestle them at the circus, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I'm sure they had a lot of lion experience back then.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah,
yeah, and then whenever color TV, yeah, MGM began experiments with two-strip color short subjects and animated cartoons in the 30s, and they used three different lines because they were
good
color. They
grief,
thought they looked better than Jackie did.
Hmm.
man. I watched a cartoon from 1972 the other day, and it's just straight up. It was just straight up porn and drug induced. Man, it's called Fritz the Cat. I don't know if
Oh,
you
I've heard of that.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you can bring up an image or a clip of Fritz the cat, but he is just going around having orgies, smoking pot. Oh, it was a wild movie.
Pretty cool cat.
Pretty cool cat. You got a lot of this and you got a lot of that. Come on down and let's smoke some crack.
Golly, these are funny enough. The opening scene for Fritz the Cat is Leo the Lion.
Mm.
Oh,
Look at there.
I want to see if there's one of these that's kind of short.
Leo.
comes back.
Oh well, here's an official trailer. Hold on. I done
Fritz
forgot
the
how to
cat.
use it. Share
You forget how
sound.
to.
There's 2 or 3 of those Fritz the Cat movies, but I'm telling you,
Oh, they're movies. I thought they were like TV shows.
no, it's a movie.
Oh, yeah, I know who Freddy. He got a Freddy Krueger sweater on.
Gee, what a mob in the park today.
Great hit.
I went to Head Start for free last summer. Black kids are so much groovier.
I ain't no jive ass black nigga.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he said
Yikes.
Yeah.
This is not a children's show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I did not expect him to drop the N word. At least it
Well,
wasn't.
you should have seen where I was going when he said black cats are cooler. You know what I mean?
Well, I was
Man.
going to say, all right, this is a little racist.
A little.
Man, the crows are like the Black Panthers, and these 3 girls right here are like super progressive, and they're like, we go to Black Crow parties. Yeah, it's cool, man. We go to Black
Directed
Crow
by a white guy named Ralph Bakshi.
I want to see this Fritz guy talking and all.
Lovely set of eyes there. Going to bed. That's a kick I haven't tried
I'm
yet.
telling you, you
Push
see
his cat
funny movies.
On how he stays.
I want you to pull up this guy.
What is this?
I'm
Robert
telling you,
Dennis
this is the first
Crumb.
10 minutes of the movie. There's a huge orgy in that bathtub.
What's
Golly.
going on?
How do you find this?
Man, probably just like on Reels or something. I've got this one guy that keeps popping
Look
up
at
on
those
our Reels.
pigs, dude.
Yeah.
Look at those pigs.
This
He
is wild.
tries that Black Crow right there, down a couple wheels. He tries to hook up with her, and he ain't got enough meat for her.
For the people just listening, we're talking about Fritz the Cat. It's a 1972 American adult animated black comedy film.
Black comedy film?
It's
This
black
doesn't-
exploitation.
Oh, black exploitation. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
don't know what that means, but that's fine.
like the old like black kung fu movies and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same difference.
There's my guy, Leo.
The slogan for the movie is "We're not rated X for nothing, baby."
Oh, so it is rated X.
Yeah, it's TV mature.
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, they're saying the N word. There's
Well, it's
naked
NC-17. It was before TV
cartoons, naked
mature.
cartoons.
Man, you see bunny snatch and bunny boobs, and yeah.
Really?
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
Did you sit through a whole movie of it?
I mean,
Well, you know we did?
it played on the background for a
To
while.
what?
Yeah, I had to get the views up, man. There was low views on
It
it.
played on the background to what else were you doing?
Probably just doom scrolling mostly.
I got you. I got you.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to watch one of these.
I wanted to feel cultured, so I was like, I got to watch one of the great
I mean, I'm
animated
intrigued.
porns of our day.
I'm
Yes.
intrigued.
I'm intrigued just to see how crazy it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
That's wild. I can't believe I ain't never heard of that.
Nick, you have surprised me once again.
Well, I'll keep pulling them out. Speaking of surprises, how about we get surprised with our first advertisement of the day?
Oh,
boy.
it's been a
I
while.
don't think we've had
I've been
one in a couple
surprised.
weeks, have we?
No, probably not.
Shockingly.
Our friends Smith and Smith Law are helping keep the lights on, boys. Are you tired of this miserable life? Blame your parents. We can help. At Smith and Smith Law, we believe you didn't ask to be born, so why should you have to deal with the crushing weight of existence? That's right. It's time to hold the real culprits accountable, Mom and Dad. Introducing the groundbreaking class action lawsuit of you versus your parents. Because they made you, and look where that got you. Did your parents bring you into this world without a signed consent form? fail to prepare you for taxes, student loans, or how to fold a fitted sheet. Tell you to follow your dreams when in reality the only thing following you is debt and disappointment. Force you to exist in a world where gas prices and existential dread are both through the roof. If you answered yes to any of these, you may be entitled to compensation or, at the very least, an incredibly awkward Thanksgiving dinner. Call now, 1-800-BIRTH-MISTAKE. www.lawsuitagainstmomanddad.com.
Nice. Got to
You know,
blame
people-
somebody.
People are.
It ain't my fault. I'll tell you that.
There are some like certain leanings of political views that have tried to sue their parents over trying to like make them Christian or make them straight or whatever it is, like whatever the issue is. They're like, my whole life they tortured me by forcing their beliefs on me, and now I'm
Right.
going to sue them now that I'm 18.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's not how this
Has
works.
anybody ever won?
I don't think so. That's a anecdotal thing.
They should
I've
have
just seen
hired
it.
Man,
Fletcher Reed.
the one of the hosts of Free Beer and Hot Wings one day, his mom sent him a bill. Like he's in his late 40s. His mom sent him a bill for like 15 grand for all these like activities that she had to pay for when he was a kid.
After he started making some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they called and confronted her on air.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, yeah, if you're gonna send this to me, then I'm gonna call you and call you out on air.
Yeah, I want to shame you to all the listeners.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
All the way around, not a good situation. They sound like they have a really good relationship.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't sound great.
I mean, your parents shouldn't be piggy banks, but if you're like doing these events trying to like,
You're raising your children.
yeah,
man.
you're still raising your children. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Tell them no then. At the rip. If you don't want to do that at the beginning, just don't do it.
Yeah,
You can't do something for somebody and hold it over their head anyway. That's retarded.
I was say I remember my
the
parents
worst
even
kind of people.
setting me down like whenever I said I wanted to play the trumpet or the trombone,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Are you sure this is a good deal of money?" And I mean,
Not
they
even
were right
that,
to
just the
ask me
commitment,
because
too.
obviously I didn't continue playing either of those
Mhm.
things. But I mean, it was still at least a conversation. Like, hey, this
That was
is
just because he was
money.
embarrassed. He was trying to talk you out of doing it.
He probably was.
He was like,
I
hey,
saw
man,
a
listen.
saxophone at a thrift
We can
store
get you,
earlier.
we can
I
get
saw
you a
a
brand new N64.
I saw a saxophone at a thrift store earlier that almost got me. It was
I
bad.
like a saxophone.
I bet you do, Bill.
I love Steely Dan.
I know.
Mr.
Looking
Benton.
looking back, I wish I would have. I think I would have stuck with something like saxophone.
Sax is pretty cool, man. Sax still pretty cool. I don't know about the trombone.
I feel
Trumpet's
like, yeah,
okay.
you can't just pull a trombone out and start wailing on
No,
it.
no, just
But there's so many fun songs that you can play with a saxophone.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever seen Sexy Sax Man before?
I have not.
Oh boy, hold on.
Have you ever seen
plays,
the group Moon Hooch?
No,
You should check out Moon Hooch.
catching a buzz off of
He
the.
plays a Careless Whisper, just in random places. Hold on.
After this, pull up some Moon Hooch.
What's that?
Moon Hooch.
Moon Hooch. Okay.
They're a saxophone trio. Or maybe duo.
Yeah, here we go. No!
Now.
Well, my name is Steve Burke, candidate for mayor of Miami Beach, and I'm here to respectfully request a full investigation into a matter that involves Mayor Matty Bauer. It was recently discovered that you were not truthful on an official government document. The fact that your two jobs were exactly pulling teeth is similar to being claiming that. Do residents
going on?
accountable for your own actions? And I are Sergio Flores.
Nick looks like Mark Reblay.
What's happening? And anyway,
Hold on, that's not even a good one. I should
I
not
have no
put that.
idea what's happening.
I don't know.
What'd you
Just look
say?
up All we can see is your like home screen.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, we could only see. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Mark Rebele. I'm a flamingo. There he is.
Oh, he
Just
doesn't
do this prank and just go random places. Play Careless Whisper.
This guy. All right, listeners, he's in a laundromat restaurant, shirtless, playing the in and out, playing saxophone. He is pretty good, though. Now look up Moon Hooch.
I used to watch those videos all the time.
Yeah, just play any of those. Doesn't matter.
This one's
Tiny Desk doesn't matter. This is Moon Hooch.
For 9.
This is the kind of shit that gets me out of bed in the morning.
Really? This shirtless man?
No, the music. But they play like traffic cones and shit in the saxophone.
That's what I was going to ask. Are these the same people that do the traffic cone thing?
Yeah, same dudes.
Okay. I've seen the traffic cone dude like come out of nowhere and like walk into a Starbucks or something with a traffic cone and a saxophone, and it's pretty
Can
fun.
you look up baseball entrance Timmy Trumpet? Timmy Trumpet, this guy gets me ready to swing a bat, baby.
Timmy
There's one Timmy Trumpet. There's one Hispanic baseball player, and he's got this guy named Timmy Trumpet that plays the trumpet when he comes onto the field. He might be a pitcher, I think, maybe.
The Kenny Powers situation.
He's walking to Edwin Diaz, the Mets.
Man, this gets me jacked.
Operator online oferă cel mai bun
Ads.
It says
Beta.
Hector Castillo. Cool, do I?
Now Timmy Trumpet takes center stage as Edwin Diaz gets ready to
Like
come
he's
in.
sneaking out or something. I think
Looking
it's
for a save.
Oh, he comes out of the outfield?
Yeah,
He comes out of the
like a
bullpen.
relief.
Yeah, he's a closer.
Oh, I'm at Timmy Trumpet.
Oh no.
Just
Here
get
we
out
go.
there and pitch
Here we
the
go.
damn baseball.
Here we go, baby. More music, baby.
Let's go. That's cool.
Then dude hits a home run off of him. Game over. Drops a bomb. Game over.
Breaks out.
Grand slam right out the bat
Hey,
somehow.
what about that trumpet bull? What about that dipshit? Flew
Yeah,
that guy all the way in here from Mexico to see you do that.
Yeah, and then the next batter comes up and he plays
Drops
the
the first pitch.
It's the Careless Whisper guy. He's got a saxophone back.
Man. Just go out there and just shut them up real quick.
We have a pretty big bracket
In the spirit of March Madness.
this week. So I think I need to go back to sharing because this is it's a pretty good bracket. There might be some good talks on some of these.
Is this the bracket for the wrestlers?
This is a wrestling bracket.
Wrestling.
Some of our favorite wrestlers.
So this is who we think is the best wrestler out of
Yeah.
these. Is it 20 out of these 20
Yeah.
pre-picked wrestlers?
I wouldn't say the best. I think we should
Popular.
like showmanship, etc.
Right, I got you.
Yeah,
we
like
can
their
do a little
brand
breakdown.
even. All right. So I did try to kind of put the seeds in a little bit better order, but with all of the ones that we honestly all picked, they're all such heavy hitters that it was hard to say who was, 1 through 20 or whatever. So
Right.
Hulk Hogan gets a bye.
He's number one seed coming into this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my own That's me.
He gets a
being
bye.
That's a
speculative.
fair number 1 seed.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll just kind of go in order. Mankind or Rowdy Roddy Piper.
I like Mankind for me, just for nostalgia.
Man, Mankind was one of my favorites to watch. He did the most dangerous
You
stunt.
knew it was going to be gross every time he was out
Yeah,
there.
you knew there was something to watch.
Was he the one that stuck the fucking sock in their mouth?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
that
Sacco.
gross. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe,
think he
yeah.
did that. I think he did that whenever he just. Oh my God, I can't believe I can't remember what his real name. Mick Foley.
What was the socks? Mr. Sock?
Mr.
Yeah,
Socko?
Sacco.
Socko?
I think he did Mr.
Yeah,
Sacco just as Mick Foley though.
Yeah, that's part
maybe
of the
so. It
Mick
was
Foley
still
character. Yeah.
pretty disgusting.
Yeah, because I always thought whenever we're going Mankind, but him like just putting Mankind on the board, it's hard to not think about Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, him
Hell
just
in a
being
Cell.
him just being himself as Mick Foley, and then also Mankind with the mask.
Which
So
could be it could be setting up another rematch of Hell in the Cell if we got some upsets in this next round.
yeah. Um, all right, Big Show or Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant.
Ooh, that's father and son.
It's not father and
I
son.
think it is,
Hey,
dude.
I'll go Nick, so you can be a time
Okay.
breaker. But I'm
Time
going
Raper. You
time.
raped a lot of my time.
Well, it's the Big Show coming down.
Big Show, baby.
Are y'all going with Big Show?
Big Show.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
going with Big Show.
all right. Stone Cold got a bye, of course.
Yeah, Triple H also got a bye.
So Bret Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm going with The Rock.
Nick,
I'll also be going with The Rock here. Bret the Hitman Hart was fantastic.
he was. I liked Bret Hart. That was just a kind of a tough one to go up against because The Rock is legendary.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he got a foul draw right there.
yeah.
He did get a foul draw.
Foul draw.
All right.
Oh, this is
Macho
going to break my
Man
heart.
Randy Savage versus
And my all-time,
Shawn
my
Michaels.
personal favorite, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So I'm partial, even though I think Macho Man may be the better entertainer. I'm going to have to go with Shawn Michaels, just personally.
I've got to go. I'm going Macho Man. I loved any of his interviews he did while he was in character was so good. And him and Hulk Hogan had such a fun run together. Like Nick, I mean, you can still say what you.
The power.
Nobody's ever sold beef jerky the way that Macho Man Randy Savage sold a beef jerky stick. I'm going with the Macho Man.
All right.
Snap it to a
That
Slim
had to have
Jim.
been exhausting. They said he stayed.
He died of a heart. His heart exploded.
Yeah, he
Yeah, they
did.
said he stayed in character for like 20 years.
Hell of a baseball player.
Did he?
Yes, he could have went pro in baseball.
Wow. That'd have been easier on his vocal cords, that's for sure.
I mean, he was definitely for sure on a whole lot of cocaine.
Like I'm talking, he was like really, really, really good baseball player.
Hmm.
But I think it maybe injuries or something maybe could have held him back. I don't remember for some
Probably
reason.
injured his ACL at some point and had to give it up. He wasn't fast as he used to be. But he can still lay
I bet he
down.
was a character in the dugout.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this brings us to round. Are we going to go right at the top with?
No, I'm going to switch it up a little bit and go with some of these that got buys. Ultimate Warrior, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Ultimate Warrior.
I don't even know who Bam Bam Bigelow is.
He's
So.
80s.
Ultimate Warrior, I mean, he was like did y'all ever see the movie, The Program, the football movie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That huge, roided out dude. I mean, the Ultimate Warrior was so ripped.
There he is.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
You know
there's
who
Bam
that is.
Bam. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's in
there-
Major Pain. He fights Major Pain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he gets his ass whooped by Major Pain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick you with my right foot. Right
Yeah,
across
yeah. I heard you've been giving these boys a hard way to go.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was buddies with DDP, old Diamond
Oh, yeah,
Dallas
Diamond
Page.
Dallas Page.
What do you call it when they turn heel?
Oh shit.
Just go bad, I guess. They're just a heel.
When they go heel, yeah, it's when they turn bad because then like you can't care about what the crowd thinks of you then it's all about the show. It's easy when you're on the good guys team and the crowd loves you. But turning heel, I tell you what, it's tough on a man, you know?
It is tough on a man. I think what do you think you'd be if you were in the World Wrestling Federation?
I'm
I think you'd be the likable guy.
Yeah, I'm too sweet.
Yeah.
My face is sweet, my body's soft, and
Well, you just you don't have that mean mentality like that.
no.
No.
I like making friends with the
Like the other day, whenever we were at your house and you was holding that banana and I tried to let it go and hit you in the nuts with it, you would never do no shit like that.
only the people that I really love.
I mean, as soon as he did, I couldn't even hesitate. I had to let it go.
Yeah, that's older brother mentality.
That is for sure.
All
right. So who we got?
John Cena versus Diamond.
I'm going with John Cena.
Dang.
The Diamond Cutter, baby.
The Diamond Cutter.
Man, I'm going with John Cena.
Just by record alone?
To my DDP, man. I mean, he holds the records for most Make-A-Wish. That was for some reason the first. I know it doesn't matter.
Shane Gillis joke. He's like the Grim Reaper of them fellas.
Dude, that movie that he's in on Ricky Stenicki is retarded.
Yeah. You didn't like it?
I thought it was funny. He's just insane in it.
Oh,
his character.
Yeah.
Okay, next. This one is a really good matchup, in my opinion, because they're quote unquote brothers.
Oh, brothers.
Kane versus The Undertaker.
Oh, man, this is a tough one, dude. I'm going to go Undertaker.
I am as well. That Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker and Mankind, man, they just don't. I mean, you got to go to backyard wrestling VHSs to find stuff like that anymore. You know?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bum fights.
Yeah, bum fights.
Yeah, I mean, I would also go Undertaker. Truth, so Kane played his part really well. He just, I mean, he was supposed to be like the stoic, doesn't talk, doesn't really put on a whole lot of show kind of guy. But Undertaker and
he was mysterious.
Matched with Paul Bearer was fantastic. I actually was watching Pawn Stars today, and somebody brought in Paul Bearer's Hall of Fame ring.
And we're gonna come down from the gallows.
He used to have that. He used to have that urn, and he would splash stuff on Undertaker, and it would make Undertaker like a more powerful or something.
Yeah, dude, it was definitely a very good
That's gotta be cheating.
Yeah, that's performing enhancing drugs.
Yeah,
heads.
Yeah,
that's gotta be cheating.
That's that holy water, bro.
It's that spiritual comfort.
I don't want to do that one yet. Okay. Ric Flair versus Kurt Angle.
Limousine driving, airplane flying, Rolex wearing, can't hold these gators down. Ric Flair.
I'm having a hard time holding these alligators
back. Yeah, he may be. He's up there with Macho Man as far as like top entertainers. I think you just don't forget him.
Yeah, Kurt Angle is a fantastic real wrestler.
He's like the neighborhood good guy, you know. Like
for me, he always had there was always a darkness behind his eyes.
Maybe in real life
he would do anything to get ahead, and he would like punch his own mother to get a hit in the
to
wrestling.
get that gold medal.
Yeah, I know that's not the actual Kurt Angle, but the wrestler that we were shown, he was like, "I'll do anything. I'll murder a child to get this belt."
Benoit did, but he never got a belt.
He never got a belt.
I mean, he was a gold medal Olympian, and he got there with a broken neck.
Yeah.
Like he won his championship match with a broken neck.
Oh, he done a lot of stuff for the old Stars and Stripes, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a patriot, that's for sure.
Yeah. Put him up there with Phelps.
Put him up there.
Let's see what's next. Big Show. Well, versus Triple H.
Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
I can't go against, or I just can't. I always hated Triple H. Like,
I like Triple H.
Hated him. So I'm going Big Show.
That was my crew. The
Thank
Generation
you, Wes.
X.
I'm going Big Show too.
In my face.
In your face. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I liked X-Pac and
Nick's a big China fan.
Wasn't the Hardy Brothers a part of?
I think so. Maybe so. Yeah, I think they're like the tag team.
I don't know. See, the Hardy Brothers kind of had the opposite of Kurt Angle to me. Like, they looked like bad boys, punk rockers.
Right.
But I felt like they had a heart of gold.
Oh, I think they were good boys for sure.
Those are good boys.
They'd help you move furniture or paint your house. Whatever.
Yeah, they'll come visit you in the hospital.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty canon too that there was a lot of times like whenever a heel did something very illegal, like they found a table or a chair or something out of nowhere, and if it was a big event, like even if it was somebody the Hardy Brothers weren't necessarily tied to, they would like come out of nowhere and just beat the hell out of the heel.
yeah, it feels like unfair.
Just because they were cheating.
The justice of the ring.
I remember that happening a couple times at least.
They were instant karma.
Stone Cold versus The Rock.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah. What?
Stone Cold for me.
Stone Cold, baby. They ain't
316.
Yeah.
I like whenever it's I think Vincent McMahon's in the hospital with like a broken leg or whatever, and he's like got his leg propped up like in like a cast, and Stone Cold busts in the room and whoops his ass in the bed. Man.
He picks up his leg and like starts jamming.
Takes a bedpan, starts hitting his leg and shit. Man.
And
he's like, oh.
Yeah.
Man. And that one, like where he's there, I think he fights Booker T in that grocery store. They fucking destroy that grocery store, and it makes him like he pours that milk all over Booker T and shit.
And then he chugs it. He's got milk down his mouth. Can you imagine?
I didn't know Booker
somebody
T.
and then chugging milk during the middle of it.
I didn't know Booker T's like early career. He went by King Booker.
I didn't know that.
And him and his brother were a tag team duo. Mm-hmm. His brother didn't make it, obviously, and then Booker T went on to. I think he got the belt a couple times.
I think he did. Maybe was it Intercontinental? Maybe.
I don't remember. I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty sure he got the belt a couple times.
I know he was a good good nemesis, or whatever.
All right, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Sting.
I'm gonna go with Macho Man on this one. I was never a big Sting fan.
I was always a Sting fan, man. Him coming down from the rafters, just kind of casually holding that black bat was amazing.
He was in WCW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He floated. Then, I think he did both. His WWE probably wasn't very near as long. I mean, he was WCW for like 20 years, but he was in my wrestling game because I always pick Sting, and I'm not gonna change that now. I'm picking Sting, baby.
Dude, and whenever like the NWO and Red and Black and NWO White and Black was there.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time he came out like while they were having like one of their dialogues, and he came out and he had a mask on that looked like his normal white and black makeup, and he was standing on the white and black side. And then I don't know, something happens. He just starts swinging his bat on all the white and black guys, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And he takes his mask off, and his paint was then red and black.
Oh, on his face. That's sick.
Yeah, and I'll never forget that. It was like one of the coolest like turncoat things. Like, I mean, I was a kid, so
In WCW, what the Four Horsemen was in WCW, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I try to keep
What
them
else?
straight.
What else? I feel like when Sting came, like if the ring was full of guys, I feel like when Sting's intro music came, I feel like everybody stopped and the show was like, "Oh,
Oh, to see what was happening. Yeah,
Sting
kind of
is
Yeah.
whenever that glass broke, you knew some shit was
yeah,
about to go down.
yeah."
That
But
and the
not everybody always stopped wrestling. I feel like if there was 10 guys in the ring and you heard Sting's music, everybody was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah, I
what's
remember
gonna
there
happen?"
was one big match. I can't remember what kind of match it was, but there was a bunch of people there. Oh, it was the one where like just periodically people would run and get in the ring, and then they would also be in the match.
Yeah, it's not a Royal Rumble.
I don't remember what that's called,
I don't know.
but either way, on one of those during the fight, like 4 or 5 people running in
Like a
deep.
SummerSlam or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, all it is the match starts, and then every like 30 seconds or a minute, somebody else comes running from the back and enters the fight.
Mm.
And it's like a last man standing ordeal, you know? Like eventually everybody's you tap people, you can tap people out like mid match, and like they're out for good until you're down to, the last two or whatever. But either way, we got to 4 or 5 deep and everything went black in the stadium, and like you can hear people yelling, and like the announcers and whatnot are like, what's going on? Oh my God. And then the lights come back on, and the Sting's just standing in the middle of the ring, like with
It's
his
called the
bat.
Survivor Series.
No.
Yeah, man.
It was in 96 and 97.
But he's just standing in the middle of the ring, like after the lights come back on.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember that.
Yeah. I thought that was dope. Everybody was always so scared of him. He didn't really talk either. It's another like Kane situation where he
Yeah,
didn't.
he was always real quiet.
Yeah. But he had such an entrance and everything else. Like, yeah. Either
He
way,
wasn't like Val Venus. Hello, ladies.
Yeah.
he-
The Godfather. I had a Godfather.
Yeah.
And that dude was literally a pimp, was his character.
Yeah, he was a
had
pimp.
the
He had the
host.
hoe train.
Yeah, and that's what
The
probably
hoe
started
train.
a lot of my
Hoe
problems.
training. Make sure hoe training.
Yep.
all right. This is a big one here. Hulk Hogan, who got a bye in the first round. Mankind.
I'm gonna say since he ain't warmed up, he ain't loose. Mankind just come off of a hell of a round with Roddy Piper. He's looking for that rematch of Hell in the Cell with Undertaker. I think Mankind takes this. It's hard fought, but I think Mankind's got it. He got that dog in him.
Yeah, he does got that dog in him. He's got I hate to say it, but he's got retard strength.
Yep.
Mankind comes out bloody.
He'll sacrifice.
Yeah.
He
But
got
they
that
shake
bat.
hands afterwards. He might even help Hulk Hogan. He might even carry him to the locker room.
Yeah,
But
probably.
Mankind wins.
Yeah.
He'll feel bad about it, but he'll win.
So Hulk Hogan was a little bit before our time, like his like heyday, in my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah, he
Like
was.
whenever he was on top. So I'm sure there's like probably some old heads that are like, well, you just
Hulk
weren't
Hogan.
around
If it
whenever
wasn't
he
for Hulk
was.
Hogan, wouldn't none of them have a goddamn job.
Yeah. I'm sure that's probably the case for a lot of people. But as far as Mankind, I mean, that dude was always so cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to beat
You couldn't
Mankind.
dislike, man, any of his characters.
Yeah.
You could not like
Cactus
him.
Jack.
Yeah. Dude Love was always a fun one.
Dude Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was all of them. Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, Dude Love, and Mankind, I
And then
believe.
just Mick Foley himself.
Yeah, let me look that up actually real quick.
I had I think it was a Nintendo 64 wrestling game, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's like that.
We had
was
like the
all of
little
them.
ring and like the little catapults and shit.
Oh my gosh. He used all three characters. He used three in the 1998 Royal Rumble.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
I might need to look that up.
I have to watch that.
Yeah, that would
1998.
be interesting.
Huh.
Wonder if he ever wrestled himself.
What?
Probably did.
Every day.
Every day he's fighting them demons.
Every day. Yeah. Every day.
All right, let's
All right,
move
so
on.
our Elite Eight is Mankind versus Undertaker, John Cena versus Big Show, Stone Cold versus Ric Flair, Ultimate Warrior versus Sting. That's going to be a good matchup there.
I'm gonna go with John Cena versus Big Show.
Okay. John Cena again for me. And I never even seen him wrestle. I just know by like his records or whatever. I just don't like the Big Show, I guess.
I love the Big Show. I was always a big fan of the Big Show.
I can see that. You're a big guy.
Well, he was, and John Cena was a little bit after I stopped really caring about wrestling. But I still, my little brother was a huge John Cena fan, so I would still watch wrestling with him. I just didn't pay as much attention to it anymore. And John Cena always kind of seemed annoying to me.
And what did your little brother have?
What do you mean?
Kind of ailment, disease, mental.
He's retarded.
Okay.
He's a Willoughby. He's a Willoughby, Barry.
Yeah.
Damn Willoughby.
Yeah, so I'm going Big Show. Nick, you're the tiebreaker here.
And that's not the manager of Walmart, right? Your brother?
Right.
No, it's different.
He didn't come talk to Rotary.
Yeah, it's a different Jacob Willoughby.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. I'm going with John Cena. But I'll be damned if I let him win next round. I'll be damned. He's winded. He's too big. You can't have any stamina. You're that ripped. You know, you're that bulky.
That's true.
No, there ain't no way he makes it.
All right. Sting versus the Ultimate Warrior. I just spent so much time talking about Sting.
I guess
I'm going
Sting takes this one.
Yeah, I'm good with that, boys.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I already see where this is going.
Stone Cold versus Ric Flair.
Stone Cold. I think our age. I mean, Ric Flair, like you said, probably older guys are like, come on, dude, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. But for us, I think, for me, Stone Cold Steve Austin takes the cake on this one.
Wesley?
Stone Cold's still a cool dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's still
So is Ric Flair.
He's out there.
He's super old, though.
No.
You know?
Ric Flair's not cool anymore. Do you remember when he went on Kill Tony?
Yeah, I know, but dude, he was having a time.
Like,
he was been drinking all day on the golf course.
I didn't come here to insult people.
All right. Well,
have you ever watched this freaking show?
He's trying to sell weed gummies, dude. He's not trying to look bad. You know what I mean? That's what he was saying. He was thinking about making money.
That's not my problem, man. I don't care. Ric Flair sucks.
Stone Cold, baby. 316.
He can take his chest chop and get the fuck out of here.
Mankind versus The Undertaker.
I think we know how this one goes.
Wes, interweb Wes, is it too much to watch Undertaker slam Mankind through the cage?
No, I can do that.
Is it too much? I think we owe it to ourselves.
Well, do you remember what year that was
to
at
the
all?
listeners?
I think it'll pop right up.
Yeah, just look up Hell in the Cell, slam
There it
through
is
the
right
cage.
there.
Yeah.
That's a full watch. Damn. Yeah, I might have to watch
I use a VPN that thinks I'm in like Germany right now.
Is all three characters.
He's going to the end there.
Put their bodies on the line here. Whip your butt. Oh my God. I'm going to come up and whip your butt. Oh my God. No, he may not make it up.
Oh.
Chair shot just makes you sick. That is
just makes you sick.
That cage wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, he's
my
dead.
mom paid for me to watch this man get killed on a Sunday night.
Man, I neighbor's house, they would record everything on VHS, and then I would go there like 2 or 3 days later and watch it.
Hell yeah.
But they always had to clean the beer can up out of the floor before I could come over. Like they wouldn't always let me in the house if it was too messy. It was a double. It was a double. Well, it was a single wide.
They had to clean the what off the floor?
They had to clean all the beer cans and cigarette ashtrays.
So that's just high living right there, baby.
Yeah.
All right, y'all's picks. I'll tell y'all right off the bat, I don't want to be the tiebreaker on this. I'm going Mankind.
Go ahead, Nick. I'll be the tiebreaker on this one.
I'm going Mankind as well.
Well, I guess that's got it. Mankind's got it.
Well, where are you going though, Josh?
I was going to go Undertaker.
It's a tough one for me, but Mankind for some reason, like he's one of the few that I've went back and watched his really old stuff from his other weird like Cactus Jack and Dude Love and stuff. He's one of the few wrestlers that I've went back that far on.
The man went to the Royal Rumble as 3 different characters, Josh.
Fair enough. The Undertaker was always just like that, like top of like
yeah.
The pinnacle, you know, like he was always like the biggest, the strongest, more or less a lot of times. Like, but he also wasn't like those. He looked like a dude that you would see like maybe out, like not like somebody that was all like ripped up and shit, like The Rock or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just like a big guy, but not like I don't know, like a farm strength kind of dude, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, blue collar.
He's just a big fella. Like if you're like really tall like that, like it's hard for you to be like you like look at what Eddie whatever, like the strongest man alive. I can't remember what his name is.
Oh yeah, like 6'10".
Eddie Hall.
Eddie Hall, I think. Yeah, like he does. I mean, you can see muscles. He's obviously ginormous.
He's just solid. Yeah, he's just huge.
But he doesn't look like The Rock does.
Right.
You can see every little muscle or whatever. You can just see his big biceps and triceps and whatnot.
Then you got Stone Cold, whose neck's this big around.
Yeah. All right, we'll go down here. Final 4 here.
The final 4 is go ahead.
Versus John Cena and Stone Cold versus Sting. I am going to start off with that one. Stone Cold versus Sting.
Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Stone Cold 316. It was just Stone Cold Day. I'm going with Stone Cold, Steve Austin. Can I get a hell yeah?
Go ahead, Wes.
This is a tough one for me because I liked Sting so much, but I am going Stone Cold.
Ooh.
And I was going to do that as well.
Looking like a sweep.
Hey, but I tell you what, he had
for the Texas Rattlesnake.
He had a face of sadness after he threw Sting into the bed of his pickup truck and then buried him in the desert. He was sad the whole time.
Out there on Broken Skull Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be honest, this next one's an easy one for me. Mankind versus Stone Cold or John Cena.
Mankind for me.
I gotta see my boy through as well. Mankind gonna do
it. I knew where this leaves the championship match between Mick Foley, Mankind, against Stone Cold, Steve Austin.
And this is honestly the hardest one.
It's a tough one
that I've done. I'd almost like to give them let them share gold on this.
I'm gonna go with a total shocker and go with Mankind on this one.
Nick,
I'm going with the rattlesnake. The stinger.
You gonna flip a coin, Wes? He froze. Oh,
I'm sorry. I got it. No, I got to go Mankind.
Oh
wow!
There you have it, folks.
Wow!
Fine by me. 2025.
We got it here.
Wrestler's bracket champion. Mankind.
Honestly, also randomly selected from like the lineup was us and then Tutley suggesting things, and then me today. I kind of swapped a few in and out. Like I can't remember. There was a Bret Hart and Owen Hart. Oh, we did Bret Hart.
We had who else did we have on there?
I don't remember. There was
Kevin
somebody.
Nash.
Oh, Hillbilly
Hillbilly
Jim.
Jim.
Hillbilly Jim, and then
And I
Hacksaw
just
Jim
I just
Duggan.
did Hillbilly Jim because I have a personal connection to Hillbilly Jim.
Whenever I worked at Walmart, he in the tire and lube center, he used to come get his oil changes, tires rotated
Yeah,
there, and he was a big fella.
yeah. My buddy, I worked at the horse farm with this old man named Lenny, and he was a great big old boy. And Hillbilly Jim was married to his aunt for like 10, 15 years. And he said, Hillbilly Jim looked at me, said he's going to start training me. He took me to the training gym, slammed me on that plywood floor one time, and he said that was it. He said, I'm done. I'm gonna go wrestle cows again. Yeah, he said wrestling cows was better than getting slammed one time by Hillbilly Jim. And also, beautiful Bruce Swayze lives in Franklin. That is Patrick Swayze's real life actual brother, and he was a wrestler in the 80s and 90s. Beautiful Bruce. Yeah.
We talked about Sergeant Slaughter too. He didn't make
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter.
He was a little before our time too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't super familiar with him. That's why
He was always like Hulk Hogan's like nemesis for a while.
Yeah. I mean, there's several honorable mentions out there, like China, Kevin Nash, like we talked about X-Pac, and really the rest of
Trish Stratus.
Yeah, Degeneration X. Even what didn't Stephanie McMahon? She wrestled for a little
she
bit.
wrestled. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, her and Triple H got married one time. She was supposed to be marrying somebody else.
I think they're still married.
Her brother?
And yeah, maybe her brother Shane.
Shane. Yeah, Shane.
Yeah, Shane McMahon. But
Shane for a while too.
That ruined the name Shane for me as well, because anybody after that was like, Shane sucks.
I think it's crazy how like yoked Vince McMahon used to get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Triple H showed a video on the Jumbotron one time. He drugged Stephanie, took her to a 24-hour chapel, and like was moving her mouth for her. Yes, I want to marry.
That show used to be so damn off the rails.
Stephanie, and it was contractually obligated binding. And they're like, oh, now they're married. You're my son-in-law. There's no way to get around this.
I think most of like moments from like my child, like learning the ways of the world, were through Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
like,
I
just
mean,
did, like I remember like Val Venus. They like those like Yakuza had him handcuffed up to a damn sprinkler pipe and was going to cut off his wiener on primetime television on USA on a Monday night. And I thought it was real, dude. I remember it went off, like it went to black when he brought that samurai sword down. Like it just went black, and I thought for sure he cut off Val Venus's pee-pee.
They had to cut the feed. It was too grotesque.
Dude, I remember like going to school the next day and thinking, like, dude, Val Venus might be dead.
Yeah, he probably bled out.
Yeah, he's done.
Where his wiener used to be.
Yeah,
yeah. It says that Triple H and Stephanie they legit got married in 2003, and they're still married.
They run the business, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, their dad is.
Who else was in
Degeneration
X? But we had Shawn Michaels, China.
Her mom's the Department of Education secretary.
Yeah, she is. And there was one, I forgot about these guys, but the New Age Outlaws, a tag team consisting of Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
Road
The
Dogg.
Dudley brothers. I always liked the Dudley brothers.
They were good
the white
too.
one looked really slow.
Who
But
were the Mexican guys with the face masks?
I don't want to do two wrestling brackets back to back, but I would almost think about doing one of these with tag teams.
oh shit.
Because you've got the Dudley brothers, we've got the one I just mentioned from Degeneration X.
The Hardy Boys.
I know that who was
Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Rey Mysterio, that was the name I was just trying to think of. And then the Hardy brothers, obviously. I mean, there was several other hodgepodge tag teams, but there were quite a few that were known to be mostly tag teams. Like they really didn't wrestle outside of doing a tag team match.
Me and Me and Josh's dad used to tag team his mom.
Gross, dude. Gross. I think that's a good time to wrap this one up.
Oh, hey, one honorable mention I wanted to mention as well. Goldberg.
Oh,
My absolute
Goldberg.
favorite. And I almost think that he maybe went undefeated his whole career.
He may have.
I think he did.
Yeah.
The spear that he did.
Man, it's simple, it's effective. Yeah, it's scary.
He even did it to a guy during like a Pebble Beach Pro-Am. He was playing golf and like the caddy, it was like an act, and like he grabbed the caddy and threw him in the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Bill Goldberg, man.
Before we move on, there's one more that I now want to bring up that was just weird. Gold Dust.
Yeah.
The Legion of Doom. Gold Dust, yeah, he was pretty weird.
Like my parents took me to like one or two like WCW events, and I remember one of them, Gold Dust was there, and then I think I got to meet Kevin Nash, and he went by Diesel at the time.
Pull Gold Dust up. Let's get a
Gold
look at
Dust?
this guy.
Yeah, man. Sometimes the whole arena would go black.
He wasn't even in good shape. He was like thick in that.
Yeah, he looked terrible.
Yeah, he was thick in that onesie.
He would cover people. Would he cover people in gold dust?
Yeah, I think he would throw dust on him or some kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, one time he was wrestling, the arena went black, and then when the lights came on, he was covered in like blood had fell from the ceiling and covered him and the stage and everything. And I was like, what? What?
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I'm having like straight up like memory.
Yeah, I'm getting jogged.
Overload.
But here's a old Gold Duster.
Yeah, he used to wear a wig sometimes too, like a blonde wig.
We say he wasn't in great shape, but if I looked like that, I wouldn't be too upset. Like, he's not that bad.
I mean, compared to like some of them other dudes.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a character, dude. We were watching drag shows.
Over the top.
It's a drag show.
It's close.
So we've always been watching this shit. We just didn't. They just didn't call it that.
Oh, look at him without makeup.
Yeah, he looks like it's Dustin Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's the dude that died. Whatever.
Yeah, his son is like the top dog right now in WWE.
What's his name?
Cody, maybe.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like not the heel, but the hero.
Yeah.
The protagonist.
Okay.
This has been really fun going back on wrestling because I don't do it a lot. Every now and then I'll get the little hankering to look on YouTube at some old match that I remember that just pops into my head. But
until we do this, I forget sometimes of how much of like I'm a big like baseball guy, but like I forget how much like impact like wrestling really had like on my youth. Like, as far as like I watched that religiously. Dude, we didn't miss Monday Night Raw no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a WCW family. Like me and Dad didn't miss.
That was Thursday nights, wasn't it?
No, I think it was Monday and Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, we didn't miss those. And then my uncle Hair Bear, he was big into WWF at the time, and every now and then we'd go watch. Like he would buy the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And we would go over there, and there was always like 6 or 7 people over there watching the pay-per-view.
Good times, man. It was good times.
Wes, I added a trumpet video to the drive.
Oh my gosh.
I know it. But I was a trumpeter at one point, and this is my greatest performance.
All right.
This is you playing?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my greatest performance.
This looks like.
All right, you're an idiot.
You're a showman, dude. You are a showman. What about the hairspray? I like the hairspray.
That was at Timmy Garrett's wedding.
It'd been a damn great time for me to be there with a fucking lighter.
Yeah. He kind of bad. It's a bad day to be a beer, I'll tell you that.
I'm sure it looked like it. It looked like there was a couple cold snacks was enjoyed that day.
That was at Timmy Garrett's wedding. Yeah.
You remind me, you ever seen that movie Wedding Crashers?
Oh yeah.
Whenever his like best, it's like I think the first wedding or whatever, and like his best man's like sitting there and he's like a wreck and he's like, Greg, oh Greg, you saved me from all this stuff, and he just starts doing this wild shit and dancing around and stuff for everybody. It's like just a fucking wreck.
Yeah.
How he saved his life. You're just that guy that entertains it like these things and just shows up.
Yep. I thought about if I could make a career out of it or not, but
being a wedding singer,
man, I could see the entertainment business, some of it being very lonely and very sad.
I see it not being very good lifestyle choice for somebody maybe with our personalities.
Yeah.
You know,
which I've done well. I'm about 70 days with no relapses.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's end there on some good news. I still got to edit and upload and everything else for this stuff. So, what
good, fellas?
My name's Wes Dub. What's your name?
My name's Jay Money.
My name's Nick Cook. My Spanish friends call me Limonada.
Thank y'all for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe,
and share.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging out with us.
An episode.
Bye. Me.
See you.
All right, love y'all.
Love you.